Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, October 29th, 2024. One of the most important things to realize from Ephesians chapter 4 is that God gives wonderful, amazing gifts to every Christian. He gives different gifts to different Christians, but all Christians are gifted in some way. And the gifts are to be used, not set aside or to be admired from a distance. I remember one Christmas when I was about 7 or 8 years old. I received a two-wheel bicycle for Christmas. I was so excited. I wanted to rush out and ride it as soon as I saw it early Christmas morning. It was terribly frustrating to wait until I was dressed, had shoes on, had eaten breakfast, and had someone to watch me, as I did not yet know how to ride a two-wheel bicycle. Several skinned knees later, I got the hang of balancing instead of falling over, of riding instead of crashing. God's gifts are somewhat like that. In Ephesians chapter 4, verses 14 to 16, and I'm reading from the New Living Translation, second edition, Paul says, "Then we will no longer be immature like children. We won't be tossed and blown about by every wind of new teaching. We will not be influenced when people try to trick us with lies so clever they sound like the truth. Instead, we will speak the truth in love, growing in every way more and more like Christ, who is the head of his body, the church. He makes the whole body fit together perfectly. As each part does its own special work, it helps the other parts grow so that the whole body is healthy and growing and full of love." Paul lists several problems that Christians may have when they receive their gift. The first one is immaturity. He says, when we get our gifts and we grow in our gifts, we're no longer immature like children. We'll grow past that immature stage. The second thing that could go wrong is that we won't be tossed and blown about by every wind of new teaching. We won't be rushing after every new ear-tickling doctrine that comes along. We won't hear something and get persuaded real easily. We'll have the ability to discern between truth and error. And he says another problem is we won't be influenced when people try to trick us with lies that sound truthful. It's amazing how many people mix a little truth and a little bit of lie and come out with the big lie that sounds real truthful. And as we grow, we'll have the discernment to tell the difference. What does he say we'll do instead of being tricked and blown about and immature? He says we will speak the truth in love. How precious that is to be a part of a mature congregation that speaks the truth, but does it with love, not with condemnation, not with harsh judgment, but speaks the truth in love. Growing in every way more and more like Christ. He's the head of the body. And our whole purpose is to get to be more like him. And then it says that he makes the whole body fit together. And how beautiful that is when you recognize you have a home and you're a part and you fit and the others work with you. And it's being a part of something larger than yourself. That it's not just you against the world. It's you and the church body of Christ growing together, making a difference, changing the world because you're part of something bigger than yourself. And it helps others grow. You doing your part helps others grow so the whole body becomes healthy. And the whole body becomes growing. And the whole body becomes full of love. How tremendously important it is that we take the gifts God has given us and use them and grow them and watch God put things together so that the entire church body is healthy and growing and full of love. We need to do our part. We need to use our gifts. We need to grow together. May you use your gifts for God this week. God bless you.